Hello, my name is Mike Roberts. I'm an account strategy manager in ASM in the Hypo East agency group within GCS. I'm going to walk through and explain Statista. Which is a platform, a third-party data source that we have access to as Googlers. We have access. Everyone at Google has access to it. You just need to request a subscription if you don't have one. And the benefit of this tool is that it covers, 600 different industries in 50 plus different countries. It has about 22,000 different sources of data, and it covers about 60,000 topics. So it's a huge repository of data. It complements our internal data oftentimes, and it gives us things that are of the market as a whole, of consumer survey research. It helps to pull in publicly available data. So certain companies will release in their public earnings that they have a certain number of subscribers or things like that. And they actually, it's kind of hard to find that information though. So this puts it all in one place, allows you to trend it over the last 10 years or something. And so it's really helpful. So this is the homepage. If you haven't signed in, you need to sign in. Sometimes they require you to verify your account and whatnot and your email. So I start with the search bar. It's the simplest place to go. There are a bunch of different categories of things they offer. So statistics by industry, and they have most viewed listed there. They have reports. So if you want to look at a PDF of the retail category or footwear or whatnot, that's a really great place to go. They have outlooks, which is kind of similar, but it's looking at by media types and by country and by kind of like doing forecasts and things. It has some tools, some infographics, etc. So it has a lot of different things. Let's start looking at an example to be a little more tangible. If I want to look at like footwear, for example, I can do a quick search, and that'll pull in a number of different things, which I can select or unselect here on the left. So I can also filter this by country. So if I only care about North America and I only care about retail, I can even look at a subcategory. So, if I only want to look at like shopping behavior, for example, and only the United States within North America. And then I will refresh the search. And then I can sort by relevance, or I can look at date of publication. So I switch back and forth. I do kind of check the titles for like the date that it lists. Sometimes, they have the most recent data is, 5, 6, 7 years old, and it's not as helpful. So the date of publication is helpful. And a lot of times, even if the data is a year or two old, it's still the most recently available data that we can put in a presentation, and you just put in the footer of the slide what the date came from. And if clients ask or they don't believe the data or they don't trust it because it's a year old, we can just state that it's the latest available data and whatnot. So when you actually click into one of these, the average annual U.S. consumer spends this amount of money on shoes. This is really helpful. You can download this in a PDF form, the raw data in Excel, PNG, or PowerPoint. It also is great because it shows the related data points here. In this case, it's showing B2C e-commerce, clothing and apparel as a whole. And this looks at number of Nike retail stores, fashion accessories, etc. It also has another sort of related recommendation area here. And it has a bunch of different data points on the market overview, on retail e-commerce charts, and the leading companies in the category. So if I wanted to look at, footwear store monthly sales in the US from 2017 to 2020, it'll pull it up, and it's helpful to see. So the way I use this is I will go and read the reports and try to get a point of view on the industry as a whole from experts in the industry that are expressing data-backed opinions. That'll help inform my opinion when I go in to try to build a presentation We want to always express a strong point of view with clients about what's happening in the market and what our recommendations are. So it helps to kind of borrow from someone who's already thought a lot about it. And then I'll go from a broad perspective deeper and looking at charts like this, and I'll start to look at what are the things that are surprising to me about this. And I'll even like download a PNG and start to put them in a PowerPoint deck and start to label the slide headline with the takeaway that I think I would use, or what the so what is takeaway from the insight from the data point. And then when I have like 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 of those in a deck, I start to rearrange them and think about how the story fits together. So if I see that overall sales are down, but number of competitors are up, then it shows that there's, more competition in the space, and, margins are being depressed, as an example. And then what I'll do is I'll download the Excel and actually get the raw data and maybe start to combine the data points from multiple charts together into a single chart. Maybe have, if it's a bar chart, maybe I'll use animation to express, one bar at a time, or, things like that. So it'll kind of be a more thoughtful story in the input, but I start off getting a very quick overview of what's going on in the industry and what's surprising to me. Because if it's not surprising to me, it's probably not surprising to our clients who spend their whole focus in the industry and reading up on reports and different things of that sort. So that's Statista. It's super helpful. I would say it's definitely a place that's easier to use to find customizable data set than like e-commerce, or more than eMarketer. eMarketer has, they don't have the ability to like download the raw data and things like that, so it's a little bit more cumbersome to kind of manually copy from their charts, things like that. But super valuable resource. Definitely check it out and use it as much as you can.